Good morning, everyone. You're watching Barnstable this morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and today we're talking a little bit about elemental mercury and a campaign to rid it from our homes. And for that, I welcome Carly Brady of Americorp Cape Cod. Carly, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's always nice to have Americorp volunteers come on our show. It's a great work that you guys do, and I understand that you are working with the county's cooperative extension, the Cape Cod Cooperative Extension, in the hazardous waste division, and you've kind of helping them with this campaign to educate people about elemental mercury and make sure that you safely dispose of it. So what can you tell me about elemental mercury?
So elemental mercury is liquid mercury. It's odorless, silver color. They used to call it quicksilver. It's usually found in jars in your house, open. People used to play with it in science class before they found out it was hazardous. Yeah.
And it's a naturally occurring element. And why would people have it in their homes? I mean, this is something that, you know, it hasn't been used in modern practice, but perhaps as some of our older residents or in older houses, you might find it in the basement or the garage. But why would someone have it there?
People used to collect it thinking it would be worth something like scrap metal. So they would save it for years and years, but it turns out it's actually not worth anything now because it's so toxic.
Exactly. And can you talk a little bit about some of the hazards of it? Obviously, it's something you don't want to touch, it's something you don't want to breathe, and it can really cause some damage to your system.
Mm-hmm. So it actually, the liquid mercury itself can erode its container at room temperature and then evaporate into the air, and once it evaporates, it can be seeped into your body.
So why not just take the mercury and throw it away and throw it in the garbage and say, okay, I'm done with it?
So all our mercury, or all our trash actually on Cape Cod is shipped to CMAS in Rochester, I believe, and there it goes in through incineration and is burned. And when it's burned, then it's like the same as letting out like 1 billion thermometers. So.
Wow, so you certainly don't want that. So tell me a little bit about your efforts with the county to kind of make sure people are aware of it and the program that you have for people to be able to safely dispose of the mercury.
So working with Mike McGuire at the Cooperative Extension, we came up with a handy bookmark that just says the toxicity level is high, where you can find it, what it looks like, and who to call. So if you actually had it in your house, you could call us and we could pick it up for free. Or you could just go to your local town hazardous waste collection pickups.
Great. And let's, like mentioning finding it in your house, and I understand that we have a really cool picture of some mercury that was found in Brewster, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So tell me a little bit about what we're seeing. It's right up there on the screen. What we have here is some jars of mercury that were probably found in someone's home, just hanging out there.
Yeah, so we got this at a household hazardous waste collections pickup in Brewster, and it's actually almost 11 pounds, which is way more than we ever thought somebody would have on the Cape.
Wow.
And she gave it to us in jars, and my boss had to put a bag around it because it can evaporate at room temperature, and it's only in a plastic container. So.
Very cool. And
yeah.
So what happens once you guys collect this mercury? Where does it go, and how is it safely disposed of?
There's a local hazardous waste vendor called the CRS, the Complete Recycling Solutions Company, will come and pick it up for you. And then from there, they have to safely dispose of it.
Great. So anything else about elemental mercury that you feel like people should be aware of? I think that obviously it's not something that we would see in like newer homes, but something that might be, you know, you want to keep an eye out for it.
Mm-hmm. Just basic, if you're cleaning your house or if you're cleaning out your garage, you might see it and not be sure what it looks like. So we're just trying to spread the word, like this is what it looks like, just call us or go to your collections and we can take care of it.
Great, and I would think that people can go on the county's website too and find the bookmark and find this little FAQ sheet that you have too.
Yeah, so under the extension website, if you click the Mercury tab, it should all come up.
Great, and that's capecodextension.org, right? Great. Well, Carly, thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully we've educated some people on the dangers of elemental mercury today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My guest today, Carly Brady with Americorp Cape Cod, working with the county extension. Again, you can find more information at capecodextension.org. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Colvin.